Pontiac Firebird, one of the most iconic muscle cars in automotive history, was introduced by General Motors in 1967 as a response to the popularity of the Ford Mustang. Designed to compete in the growing pony car segment, the Firebird quickly gained a reputation for its performance, style, and raw power. Over the years, it underwent various transformations, but it always remained synonymous with American automotive culture, leaving an indelible mark on car enthusiasts and collectors alike. The Firebird was initially available in several trim levels, with the base model offering a simple yet attractive design that appealed to a broad audience. It had a sleek, aerodynamic body that was a departure from the more boxy designs of the era, featuring a long hood, short rear deck, and the signature Pontiac split-grille front end. But it wasn't just about looks. Under the hood, the Firebird boasted a range of engine options, from a modest inline-six to powerful V8s, allowing buyers to choose between a balanced, everyday cruiser or a high-performance machine. The first-generation Firebird, produced between 1967 and 1969, offered some of the most memorable models in its history. The 1967 Firebird, in particular, made a strong statement with its striking appearance and potent engine choices. The top-of-the-line 400 cubic inch V8 engine could produce up to 325 horsepower, which was enough to satisfy the growing demand for speed and performance. However, the real showstopper was the Firebird Trans Am, which made its debut in 1969. Named after the famous Trans-American Racing Series, the Trans Am package offered even more aggressive styling, improved suspension, and a more potent engine, setting the stage for future Firebird performance models. With its success in the late 1960s, Pontiac continued to build upon the Firebird's reputation for performance and style in the 1970s. The second-generation Firebird, produced from 1970 to 1981, was larger and more refined than its predecessor. The body lines became more angular, and the car featured a more aggressive stance. During this period, the Firebird would continue to offer a variety of V8 engine options, including the 405 cubic inch V8, which could churn out more than 370 horsepower in its highest form. The second-generation Firebird also introduced the iconic Screaming Chicken hood decal, which became a signature feature on many Trans Am models. In the 1970s, muscle cars were starting to feel the impact of stricter emissions regulations and rising fuel prices. As a result, Pontiac began to focus more on building cars that still offered a sense of performance, but were also more practical for everyday use. The performance figures may have dropped slightly, but the Firebird still retained a powerful image thanks to its muscular styling and attention-grabbing design. The 1977 Firebird Trans Am, for example, became a pop culture icon after being featured prominently in the 1977 film Smokey and the Bandit. The film's star, Burt Reynolds, drove a black Trans Am with a gold Screaming Chicken decal on the hood, which made the Firebird even more desirable among car enthusiasts. As the 1980s rolled around, the Firebird's performance legacy began to face new challenges. The third-generation Firebird, introduced in 1982, represented a shift toward more modern design and technology. It was smaller, lighter, and more aerodynamically efficient than the previous models, reflecting a shift in the automotive landscape toward fuel efficiency and more manageable horsepower figures. While it was still available in a range of engine options, including the V8, the performance didn't quite match the raw power of its earlier years. Nonetheless, the Firebird's new, sharper look and increased attention to comfort and technology helped it remain competitive in an evolving market. The third-generation Firebird was also notable for its collaboration with the Chevrolet Camaro, as both models were built on the same platform. Despite being less powerful than its predecessors, the Firebird still had a strong following, and Pontiac continued to refine the car throughout the decade. The Trans Am version remained the high-performance variant, now equipped with fuel-injected engines and improving suspension systems that enhanced handling. By the 1990s, however, the Firebird had lost some of its previous luster. The fourth generation, produced from 1993 to 2002, sought to revive the muscle car spirit with a more aggressive look, modernized technology, and updated powertrains. The 1990s brought with it a new wave of muscle car enthusiasts, and Pontiac hoped to recapture the Firebird's former glory by incorporating advanced technology and the return of potent V8 engines. The Firebird's performance was comparable to that of other contemporary sports cars, but the shift in consumer preferences toward imports and more fuel-efficient vehicles left the Firebird with a much smaller audience. Despite it,